Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel. It's a glorious sunny day here today. I've got the blinds pulled against the sun to try and stop any shadow, and I've moved well across my table. But if you can see, the sun is really quite bright. Anyway, enough. Today I've been playing with these document envelopes. And I've seen a few of these online just lately, and they're basically made from business envelopes. This is a bank envelope here. So they have the security inside and one nice big long window. And this one, just show you. Oops. So far, I haven't put anything in these. These are just prototypes. And I'm thinking of having a journal with all my makes, you know, ideas, prototypes. So this is one. And these two I've made, I think, at about 7 inches. Pretty sure that is. Yeah, 7 inches. 7 inches long with a width of 4 3/4. So they're quite sizable. This one is made using book page, music sheets, which makes for a lighter envelope, which, you know, if you're putting it in your journal, I mean, if you were sticking it down in your journal, you wouldn't really need to glue the cover the back. But I have, because I'm not too sure how I will use these. These could be floating pockets. But again, nice big long window, and this is added on the bottom, just using a piece of card so that the brad doesn't have to go through the envelope. So that's that one. I didn't put a bead on the end of this string. This one does have a bead. Anyway, I thought we'd make one together, and this time I'd make one a bit smaller. So I've got my envelope here, and I've sealed it down. So this is, you know, normally where you would open it. I open mine on this end. So I've sealed that, and I've trimmed the top end because I want a finished folder of 6 inches for this one. The width, am I worried about that? No, not really. I think that works. So I've just made sure everything's glued down and trimmed across the top. So the next step is to work out the opening here, because the back of this part here will be the flap. So we just cut this down. Get my sharp scissors. Just cut down the fold to the scored line. I mean, I didn't score it, I just folded the top over. There we go. So this is the piece that we'll use as a flap. This piece is coming off. But I do want to turn a little bit of this under or over, just to make that a bit stronger across the top. So let's see if I can tear it. About 1/2 inch would do it, I'd say. There we go, get rid of that. Then this piece can be glued this way. It's going to be covered anyway, so we'll glue it down to this side. Actually, I'll use my glue book. There we go. Okay. So now what we need to do is cover the front of the envelope. I've pulled this page from a botanical book to use here within the window, so that when this envelope's empty, that's what you see. And I'm not too worried about, need it to be about there. I'm going to cover this top part of my window with book page, so I'll end up with a smaller window. With these two, I use the actual window size, but I'm going to make this one slightly smaller. So the first job is to glue this piece in. So I'm just using a glue stick, quick and easy. Just make sure I've got plenty of glue around the edges, particularly the top. Just get that positioned about centred, which no, it isn't. It's not bad. Press that down. Okay, so that's our piece in there. That's fine. And to cover this, I've got a mixture of papers here. So we'll just start, and I'm not too worried. It doesn't, it could be small pieces or bigger pieces, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to go to this point, I think, maybe a bit higher. Okay, and I will turn mine over to the back, so I'll use the whole of this piece. You don't have to, you can trim it to size, but I'd quite like it to go across the back. Actually, I'd quite like it to tuck under as well, so I'll do that. Tuck it up. Then we run another piece on this side. I think we might have some music. Yep. I mean, this is pretty easy. It's just covering. I might speed this bit of the video up because it's a bit boring. Watching me stick down book pages. Same again though, I want to tuck a little bit of that under. Do a bit more than that. Okay. Right up to the edge. My big scissors here now. Okay, so that's the front. Now for the flap, we want to leave a little gap. So I'll just measure that. It's just over 2 inches. So I think we'll say we want it to come, let's have a look. It's about 1/2 inch. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Now I want to cover this as well. So there we are, that's our envelope finished. We'll put a little notch in the front and then attach our circles. Back in a moment. Okay, so I rounded the corners of the flap and I've stitched all the way round. Oh, still got to do the notch, but I will do that. So the next thing is to put the little rings on. And I've punched some card here. And for the bottom, what I've done is I've covered another piece of this card in book page and I've rounded the corners. And this will glue on here once I've got my brad in position. Make sure you can see that. So I've got a little brad here. I'm going to glue these together. There we go. Got gluey fingers again. Now we need to poke a hole roughly in the centre. Okay, so I've done that little hole in there. So that's ready to go. We'll just ink that up a little bit. There we go. And we also need it to go through the centre of this one, which is about there. And we don't want to make it too tight, because the strings will need to get around there. So there is a little bit of space here, whether you can see that. Push those well back. Okay, so we want that centred, which is about there. This is actually collal glue that I bought in the UK the last time I was over there, which is a few years at least 4 years, I'd say, now. So I bought plenty of it and it's lasted. Okay, that looks about centered. And then this one is ready to go on here. And I might just punch another small piece to go on the back there. See if I've got a bit of card in here. Just to hold it high enough off the page. So my fingers are inky, not that. Okay. Let's go again. Quarter point. There we go. About there. Right, let's tidy these bits away. And I'm using black twine on this one. Okay, so that's a bit drier now, so I've tied it round here, and we'll just wind it round a couple of times. Trim that off. Okay, so then if you wanted to, you could add a bead on the end there. It adds extra bulk for a journal, but it looks quite nice. It's a floating pocket. I think it'd be quite good. Just add a bit of ink around here. So that's just another envelope to add to your stash. And that would look quite nice with some ephemera in the pocket, or even a nice big journaling card. What do you think? Yep, I think that would work quite well. So let's bring in the other two. There we go. This one I added some washi at the top. Actually, that side needs trimming. That's it. That one is quite stiff because it's Edith Holden papers. But it's quite nice. I think that one might be a floating pocket. And then this is a 6-inch one. I haven't done that very tight, but never mind. Which you could stick into a, stick it down and have it as either a top-loading pocket there, as well as an open pocket, or a side one. Either way. There you go. That's it. Thanks so much for calling past today, and if you enjoyed this video, such as it is, please consider a thumbs up, and thank you so much for calling past today. I hope you have a nice weekend. It looks as if the weather's going to be good here, so some outdoor time is in order, I think, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.